Now, it's time for Levack and Goz to answer the question, why?
Why? Tell me why?
Why?
Guys, before you ask the first why, I just want to point out, coming up after why, breaking news for Knicks fans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very sneaky. All right.
Very sneaky, Mom.
I'll do this one for the first one here and why. The Buffalo Bills let their wide receivers coach go to Indianapolis. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really is, Levack. Why?
Because that dude, Sanjay Lal, is the absolute favorite coach of Sammy Watkins. Watkins, you're going to have him for another year, maybe two if you take his option on his fifth year. And then he's going to bail. He is going to bail, and he's going to go catch passes from Andrew Luck being coached by Sanjay Lal.
He's a top 15, maybe even top 10 wide receiver when he's healthy. It's been flashes here and there of what Watkins can do.
He could be a top 10 guy.
Yeah, I think it could be. And I want to say, because of how important he is to that franchise in Buffalo, he should have some say in when assistant coaches, positional coaches, not the head coach.
You get some say when you get on the field for 16, boy.
Is that the issue?
I think
it really has to be, right? Because he hasn't earned it yet in the franchise. Talent aside, they don't believe he's good enough to decide whether or not they need a wide receiver coach that Sammy Watkins admires.
Yeah, because this guy spoke to him, and Watkins, comments to the effect that even before he got on the field with Lal, he felt like he made him a better wide receiver. That's the kind of guy that you need if you got a young receiving core. I'll tell you this, though. You and I have this conversation a lot, and it's usually over like guys like Tom Coughlin. It's easier to start off as a tough guy with all kinds of rules and then get softer than it is to come in and be like, hey, everybody, let's be friends. And they go, all right, look, man, we're running laps today. Nobody be late, blah, blah. You're not going to let McDermott walk into the room and Sammy Watkins start making demands. It's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, right? The New York Jets have yet to hire an offensive coordinator. Why?
Oh, my God. This is so Jets. All right. The latest on this is Todd Bowles has said, I know where I'm going. I pretty much know where I'm going. They're down to two guys. They're both going to be at the Senior Bowl this weekend. With any luck, this conversation will happen at the Senior Bowl, and we'll know who they are by Monday. But I don't want to get into a bidding war or a conversation where that offensive coordinator can go work under Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco or whoever the new OC is in Atlanta. Because both those jobs may be better. Like, Shanahan's going to have time in San Fran.
They're going to be much better than the New York Jets system.
If Todd Bowles rights the ship, it could still be better than San Fran.
Here's what I read the other day.
Because you're running somebody else's offense in San Fran.
Right, and I read this today that Todd Bowles had found out that he had known that Chan Gailey was going to give him 2 years. So not only did he know at the start of this year, but he knew when he was hired that he was only getting 2 years out of Chan Gailey. And he's still sitting here in late January, doesn't know who his guy is going to be to replace Chan Gailey. He had a heads up. He knew who it could have been. Now, does he believe a coach got way better and like, hey, look at this guy. We got to really put a second look at this player. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like they're going to do what you said. The what's left theory. Don't lose out on somebody who can be really, really good. I still have something about those quarterbacks currently on the Jets roster or a quarterback who could be on the Jets roster, maybe Deshaun Watson. Bring in somebody to run that offense that's going to give that quarterback who you decide on the best possibility to win. Art Briles, Chip Kelly, Jeff Scott from Clemson, for all bring in somebody who's going to make those quarterbacks work because they need as much help as possible to make Gang Green competitive in 2017.
That's why.
The Pro Bowl skills competition, Levack, which you've been calling for months, is finally going to happen, but it's tomorrow rather than Saturday. Why?
This is Roger Goodell's NFL, man. Spread it out, baby. Spread it out. Why am I going to take over a weekend when I can take over a week and a weekend? Look at the draft. This is what he's doing there, too. Get the skills competition. You were gonna film it earlier in the week no matter what and maybe air it before the game. But now I own Thursday night. And then I own Saturday night. If you're diehard and hard up for football the way I'm assuming you all will be.
Am I being too critical of this because I want it to be like the NBA Saturday night showcase, like the dunk contest and three-point shootout? I know it's on Saturday. It takes over the night. but less is going on in sports in that February time frame than it is right now. Maybe I'm being overcritical. Maybe that's why I'm thinking Thursday. I'm curious to see the ratings for this, though. Are fans going to be all about it? Do they not know because it's so new? Could this be the next NBA Saturday? I'm very interested to see how many people watch this tomorrow.
I think the NFL just has to commit to it because it is going to be entertaining. They're going to play dodgeball.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
They're going to have drones dropping footballs from the sky in some form of competition that has not been completely fleshed out for the press yet. They are going to do lifting, racing, everything. It is going to be entertaining. The thing is, you got to give it time to grow and find out what events work and what ones don't. Will they do that? I hope so, but it's I can't wait personally. Like Thursday night, tomorrow night.
Finally, the skills competition comes, and we'll talk about it, I'm sure, on Friday's show when we're at Live at the Times Union Center. I got something else you can't wait for.
Don't call my house Thursday night. I'll be busy.
I know you can't wait for this. Game of Thrones is coming back to HBO in June. Why June?
Because it's a short season. So there's allegedly 2 seasons left for the Game of Thrones
because they've caught up with the books, right? Because George R. R. Martin...
They're past the books now.
Oh, they're past the books. They're past
the like. So when George R. R. Martin agreed to let these guys make the series, I'm about to geek out on you all.
I can't wait.
There was a theory in the book, okay? It was R plus L equals J. And everyone had their own theory on what it was. The guys who Martin allowed to make the show had to have the right theory. And we didn't know we still don't know what it is in the books, but now in the show we know what it is. And I'm not going to say anything in case you just started watching, but so much of the show that you had no idea had anything to do with this stupid little equation becomes clear in that equation. Again, hasn't happened in the books, has already happened in the series.
My mind just got blown.
Blown!
And it's in June because the production and everything has been on for so long. They
usually do 10 episodes. They're going to do 7. I think it's 7 and 6, and then they're done. There will be 13 more episodes of Game of Thrones. That's it.
And then it's over. Wow.
Then maybe they're talking about possibly going a flashback to like before, like prequel stuff, to like when the dragons were everywhere and stuff like that.
Some have called it their favorite show of all time, the best show HBO's ever had. It's the highest rated show HBO's ever had. But they haven't called it the Michael Jordan of HBO shows. Clemson head football coach Dabo Swinney said this: if teams decided to pass on Deshaun Watson.
I'm just telling you. They pass on Deshaun Watson, they're passing on Michael Jordan. I'm just telling you. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm just an old funky college coach, but Deshaun Watson is the best.
Dabo Swinney comparing Deshaun Watson to Michael Jordan? Why?
A little hyperbole. A little bit taking care of your kids. But he just won a national title because of Deshaun Watson. He went to back-to-back national titles because of him. And the kid had an amazing game. And I think he's going to be special. I have finally bought in. I thought he was going to be the next Geno Smith. Now I think he's going to be the first Deshaun Watson.
Ooh.
I think he's going to play a very different kind of football. I think he can run, but he doesn't have to. And that's something you see like Dak Prescott doing right now in Dallas and things of that nature. I want to see what he can do. I just hope he ends up in the right place, man. Like, believe it or not, Cleveland's not the worst place to be with Hugh Jackson there. Will they commit to Hugh Jackson and let him stay?
And Cleveland wanted him to badly play in the Senior Bowl, and he said, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to show up to the Senior Bowl. I'm going to do my thing. By the way, Michael Jordan went 3rd in his NBA draft class. Hakeem Olajuwon, the Hall of Famer, went 1st. And the Portland Trailblazers drafted Sam Bowie 2nd.
Sam Bowie, nice.
And the last one here, everybody's getting sick at our station here, 104.5 The Team, but other stations in the building. There's 4 other ones. Nobody else is sick. Why?
We all make out.
No, we don't.
We all do.
Is it something with these microphones? Are we eating lunch?
Have you ever watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
How
all the adults sleep in one bed together? That's us. Roger is on one corner. I'm kitty corner.
What happened? We go to our homes.
You and Zach are like in there.
True.
Producer Eric, he's sweeping the floor, watching us like all creeped out.
Woods is not here. Zach By is under the weather. He wasn't a part of Big Board Sports. He should be a part of the broadcast tonight. Roger would have a little bit.
I was late to work today.
You were late to work today. We are all getting sick here at 104.5, and I can't figure it out. If it was like a GNA, our sister station, or Hot 99, okay. It's something in the building. It is just us. Just us as a team.
We're being poisoned.
Are we being poisoned?
I didn't want to tell you. you ever read Flowers in the
Eric
Attic?
just smiled in there. He may be the one trying to take us down.
Eric's bathing in Purell as you speak. What are you talking about? You know what I think? All I can think of is how much more we talk. And while we're sitting here yelling and screaming, all of our spittle and nastiness is getting these microphones. And then I come in talking to microphone. And then this one, I think we just spread disease.
They don't call you Dr. Levack for nothing. Very good. Very good thought.
Zika got everywhere.
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 You had it, then you lost it.